What's going on, everybody? How's everything going out there tonight? All one of you right now. X. All right, well, how about that? So what I've been dealing with here is the usual UART port for my GPS on the Strix Nano Goblin here. Just must have went bad or something. Not sure exactly, but I haven't been able to get GPS to work. So what I did was I ended up switching out from this UART 6 right here to UART 3, and now if we take a look at INAV, you can see that our GPS is blue and that we are receiving and sending information, which is a good thing. Beautiful. That means I can finally get this baby back in the air. It's one thing with these little GPSs and everything else. You really never know what you are going to get yourself into. Wes, you must be bored. I feel so honored to have Tiny Whoop Champion on channel. Have you seen my ACROBRAT? Very pretty. Just doing college papers, huh? I was actually just thinking about you, which kind of sounds kind of bad, but I was looking at some computer stuff online about building one. I just do not know if I really need it, or if I just want it, or how much to spend. Because there's quite a bit of difference between spending $500 and $800. But considering I have like nothing, like no copies of Windows, nothing like that. Yeah, I am going to build a PC. I've been looking at like some mini ITX builds and then like some regular builds. But it's not like I would need to have it all done at once. If I did like the mini ITX build, I could have it all done and pretty much ready to go. But then it wouldn't be as functional and, you know, wouldn't be as expandable as going with the regular type of builds. Yeah, I know they're not bad at all when it comes to price, that's for sure. Oh. Look what I built for FPV Fest. Built the Proton. She's pretty wicked. I watched those guys on, what were they on? I watched them on the whatever show it's called now, Drone Disorder Show. My floor just ate my caddis. Let's see here. 5 volt to 40 volt ground video. Why do they have to be different than everybody else? So you like it a lot, huh? I've been saying that for weeks now. It must be pretty special. Yeah, I'm sure it does beat Betaflight. I tell you though, I must say I have been pretty happy with Betaflight on the stuff I've been building. Betaflight on the ACROBRAT, and then I just put Betaflight on another on that Proton. That's pretty dang nice. No, I won't be going to IO, man. Now I'll be saving my time for FPV Fest. You going to be coming flying in the morning? Or do you have like a homework to do or something? Oh, you gotta work. Crap, where is that micro sparrow at? I really don't want to put this caddx on there, because it's in like stupid. I could put the micro eagle on there. That's kind of a waste. It really doesn't matter, just to like fly it for a day or something. Yeah, well, hopefully it's not crazy like windy and stuff like that like it was today. And hopefully we just don't end up staying at Sturkle Park all day. I'd like to go somewhere and do something. So I know it's not a whoop, but what have you been thinking about, like everybody's ACROBRAT videos, mine and whoever's? Have you seen any? The thing flies really cool, but probably wouldn't build another one. When it's all said and done, it's just as much as a regular quad anyway. And it's almost as fun. Yeah, you've been in your own little world, haven't you? Your own little world of tiny whoop. Man, you usually have at least 10 people watching. You could definitely tell it's the summertime. Is the chameleon still running good? Build a new... Oh, you built a new 3D printer? Dude, I just totally re-cleaned mine and revamped it and printed out this like TPU piece. I've been like printing things out like a maniac. Like I basically doubled my TPU print speed, and it's amazing. I could probably even go faster if I wanted to. I got it up to 20 millimeters a second. I could probably go faster if I wanted to, but then I think I'd have to start messing around with like different settings and stuff, because I'm almost at the edge right now of what it wants to, of how good it wants to print. Oh man, that's the Titan Arrow. Yeah, I printed out this piece that actually like decreases the gap between the hot end and the actual crap, not the extruder, but you know what I mean. So like nothing like gets jammed in there and stuff like that, because it was really like, I don't know. And then like my red parts, it's hard to see, but like the TPU is all like dried out. Well, actually it's all like, it sucked up a bunch of moisture. So they said that you can put them, that you take TPU rolls and put them in the oven and you can dry them out. Alright. Fire this bad boy up. See if I got video. I have no idea. No idea what channel I'm on. Man, that micro eagle is a nice picture. Gosh. Those things are just sweet. Well, I know I've never done anything. I need to look into that, like doing some firmware updates and stuff on it. I mean, everything's looking good. I'm getting a little bit of like stringing and blobbing right now. You know, even with no retraction and everything, just because I've got the speeds up on it so much. But like I said, it's working really well. Like I've been chewing through filament like crazy. I do know from now on I'm only going to buy small rolls of filament. I'll never buy any more like large rolls again. Yeah, man, built the new Proton. It's sweet. What's going on, Steve? Steve 3PO. Not buy a few food hydrator. Yeah, they got actual what do they have? They've got like warming ovens. Steve, you asking about the flight controller that's in the Nano Goblin? That is a CL Racing. That is the Air V2. Let me show you the screen. It's made by Changlin Racing, and he doesn't make the V2 anymore. He's upgraded it to the V3, and for the same price you get a GPS unit, and then you get all your pins, which I highly recommend putting all the pins in and everything. That way, if these things blow up, all you have to do is desolder your VBAT and your ESC connections and then just unhook everything. It's way easier. Trust me, after cutting the top of the Nano Goblin off about 4 times to replace flight controllers that blow up, this one here is actually Chang's personal last V2 that he sent to me. Because a couple things blew up on them, but you know, it's just got the best layout, I think. Plus, unlike the other people like Maytech and everything like that, like I said, I mean, he sent me his own personal flight controller. You're not going to get that from Maytech, so he hooks you up pretty good. So that's it right in there. Yep. But you can see I got all the pin headers put in, and then I just put servo cables on the end of everything. Everything from the smart audio to the camera, crossfire, everything like that is just all hooked up with servo cables. These mini quad adapted flight controllers don't last very well inside these wings, that's for sure. Yeah, they're fun, man. Don't go too crazy. Do what like I did and what a lot of people do. Pick up like the ready-made RC Recruit. They got like a V2, comes with like the stabilizer and stuff like that in it. It's like $85. All you got to do is just add your FPV gear and stuff like that. Comes all pre-wired. Like, you just hook up your receiver. It takes literally like 10-15 minutes to put the whole thing together, bind it up, and fly it. And then what you can do is you can go after you have fun with it and learn how to fly a wing and everything, if you want to, then you can start tearing it apart and just throw any INAV flight controller into it you want. Messing around with the INAV and setting it up can definitely take your excitement for wings right out the window, trust me. It's kind of it's a pain in the ass. And the people that help and the developers are not that good. You get two main responses. Roll back even though they're on version 2, everybody's answer is roll back to 1.8 or look at the wiki, which hasn't been updated since like 1.7, 1.8. I have mine on 1.9, but it just takes a lot to get it going, because you have, first of you have to get everything wired up and working correctly and all that kind of stuff. Then you got to take it out and you have to, trim it, get your CG right, everything like that. Then once you get it trimmed we'll just use the quad as an example because it's smaller here. But once you get it trimmed for your servos so it doesn't rock back and forth, then you have to actually trim the level modes by trimming out the actual flight controller. So if your flight controller isn't like perfectly flat inside there, or if it's kind of shifted or something like that, you flip it into like level mode and you'll see it either like dipping or climbing or banking. So then you have to keep landing, and then you have to change the board alignment offsets, so that way you will have, when you flip from like full auto to like full self level, it will you won't even really know. Like, you basically have to get it all trimmed up like that. So it's not like it's impossible. It just takes a little bit of time. Then after that, you just got to deal with a bunch of stupid stuff. Yeah, the Recruit and all that comes dead on. It's got a little mini stabilizer built into it, and it's just a real small stabilizer. And then you just take you got to have if you have a FrSky, you got to have at least a 4-channel receiver, or you can use Crossfire with the little breakout board, because you got to have the actual servo connections. So you wire up the throttle, the 2 ailerons, and then the mode switch to the little cables that are all labeled inside there, and then just set up a basic 4-channel model on the Tyrannus or on your Spectrum, and that's it. They've got a setup video on their website. It's super dead simple. But the stabilizer is already ready to go and tuned and everything like that. You might have to trim it a little bit, but usually you would just need a couple clicks on your remote. You wouldn't have to do anything like that. Unlike with an INAV build, like I said, you gotta actually, you know, trim your servos mechanically first to get it to where you think it's gonna fly. Then when you get it in the air, you have to trim it so it flies level in manual mode. Then you have to go back up in the air and trim the board for how the board is. But yeah, my Recruit, I actually just sold it to one of our friends like about a couple weeks ago. It was, you know, full. I took a Betaflight F3 board, so it was full, you know, full ready to go, full INAV, return to home, 2.4 video, crossfire, all that kind of stuff. Well, doesn't look like many people are going to be on here tonight, so at least I got to help somebody out with a question. I'm going to jump off here and go watch some YouTube videos on how to build a PC.